Alright, we've got a fair bit to plant today, so let's get straight into it. I got my brother Jack and a good mate of ours, Eva, and it's all hands on deck. We're planting for the next few hours. Let's do it. I know you're ready.
Yeah,
you're so mud crab ready.
I'm mud crab ready.
Alright, we're ready to plant.
That's a man with his new shovel.
It's a banana day. It's a banana kind of day. We're planting bananas.
And basil. And Rosella. Into cropping, basil and Rosella. Quick veggie patch update. They're looking good. Lettuces, rocket, marigolds. Jeez, the flowers are doing better than everything else, but they're coming along. A couple of the basils didn't fare too well. Thought process behind why we're planting the bananas where we're planting them is that we're intercropping them in tree crop rows that are rainforest trees, so they don't have leaves that ideally for the first few years are able to handle full sun. They want to be shaded for the first couple of the years. The bananas throw a massive leaf and with that shade, so they'll act as a plant that we can get a couple of rounds of fruit out of for the first few years as they're shading, say, the mangosteens and the durians, which really don't like full sun. As we need to de-leaf the bananas, which we do every few weeks or couple of months, then we can use that as mulch, which will help the soil and the organic matter and build up the microbes. I come out here almost every day, and it's one of the most enjoyable things is to watch new leaf and new growth of what you're planting. This is a pretty scraggly looking mangosteen, which was pretty root bound, but we've put it in and now it's just starting to throw some new growth. What is it? Show us?
Grub.
Hold it up, that's good tucker, eh?
Good for linguine.
There's a baby witchetty grub.
You can put them on the coal.
You can eat it raw or put it on the coals. They are edible.
In pasta.
You'd put it in pasta?
Yeah, for sure. It's like a prawn after it's been on the coals. It's so yummy.
We'll see if we get a few more then.
Yeah. Prawn of the ground.
The prawn of the ground. You've heard it here first. Or maybe second. You might have heard that before already. So this here is a durian seedling. This one's a durian seedling as well. So we're going to plant bananas on either side of these. They're looking pretty healthy. And now we've got Rosella. How many we got, Jack? Three? Three Rosellas. And they grow out into a bit of a shrub. There you go. Red and white flowers. And then from here, what do you take these off, Jack?
Yeah, you take these off and use the petal stems. There's a big seed on the inside. Yep. But you use those stems for tea and for chutney and for jams. And then you actually use the inside and boil it with water, and that'll actually set the jam.
So this particular row's got a couple of sapodillas, which are native to India, Jack, the sapodilla.
They call them chiku.
So they're baby sapodillas that we propagated from cuttings, which is basically taking off a branch or a stem of a tree and then propagating the roots from the base of that. And we've got a little lychee at the end, which is on Struggle Street. Didn't fare well in the nursery, but we're going to intercrop the Rosella and a couple of basil.
This is a moringa, the superfood. You can dry it out and put it in your smoothies and put it in all your cooking. It's really good for you.
In the ground.
Yeah. Where are we putting it?
I reckon on the other side, just near this.
Rosella,
and that can be the dominant tree. Shrub out and probably die at the end of the season.
just lift it up a bit so it's level with the ground.
Up there?
Yeah, just in case it gets really wet, otherwise the water will sit around the base of it. So these are the leaves here, which are highly edible. But what we'll probably do with this when we start getting more is, like Eva said, we'll just cut them off, dehydrate them, blend them into a powder, and then just have a big glass jar of powder that we can add to smoothies and add to whatever you want, really.
We've got 4 different types of bananas we're planting. Some blue Javas, a Goldfinger, which is a hybrid between a ladyfinger and a Cavendish. We've got a dwarf Cavendish, and we've also got a Tonga banana, which is a cooking banana. It's a variety of plantain.
All right, 4 meters. 1, 2.
That's where the other mango's gonna go.
Mm-hmm. probably ideally have a respirator on. It's not going to kill you or anything, but it's just really fine.
Yeah, get it.
But that there's awesome organic matter.
Just to get it out of caves.
You wanted to get muddy, mate.
Yeah, I like being in the dirt.
Yep, push it down. Spot on, spot on. That soil holds a fair bit of moisture, eh?
Yeah, it's nice.
How nice out of 10? Like, out of all the soil you've come across?
Oh, I reckon it's an 8.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty high. Pretty up there.
Chocolate. Look at that chocolate. So because we live in a really wet environment, you can actually do what's called dry farming, and a lot of people do that with bananas because they do hold in a fair bit of moisture. However, we do have the ability to irrigate this row so the bananas and anything that we plant can get water, because although we do get a lot of rain here, sometimes 4 or 5 weeks without rain, and things dry out really quick because it gets bloody hot. So the reason we're putting this fert not only at the bottom of the root system but around the top is that when the roots start to grow from every angle, no matter where they go, they're going to be getting nutrients, which is going to help kickstart the banana. And we pretty much do this to everything that we plant, whether it's a tree, whether it's a vegetable, or anything with a root system. So while I got a couple of sets of hands in the yard today, I'm having a look through our sun hardening area where we've got different plants getting used to the sun so that you're not taking them straight from a 50% shade house into the full sun. They just really don't like that. The very makeshift sun hardening area under the dappled light and the shade that these banana leaves provide. Got a few things that can go on the ground. I've got this abiu, I've got an alama, that's a type of annona, but what I really want to get in the ground, a grafted durian, which is flushing and throwing some roots from down the bottom. And one thing durian really don't like is being root bound. So we want to get that in the ground so the roots can keep moving out and growing this up as quick as possible to get fruit. Greenhouse looking under control. We'll need a water today though. Hang in there, team.
The variety and the genetics are the identical of the mother, so you know exactly what you're going to get.
So this here is a grafted durian. What is grafting? Basically it's when you attach material from a mother tree, one that you know the genetics of. For example, this is a gumpun durian, and material off a gumpun mother tree was taken and put on what's called a rootstock. You know, a rootstock is one that, you know, is not as desirable, but basically you get the genetics of the material you're putting on guaranteed, as seeds don't always throw 100% true to form, and also you're going to get your fruit quicker. So that's where your graft is. This is a wedge graft, which is the gold standard for durian and, you know, for avocados and citrus and a lot of other tree crops.
Like dwarfing trees and fast producing.
Roots coming out the bottom.
Yeah, prune that, ready to go. Nice deep hole. Oh, that's the taproot. Okay, mate.
Soil?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kingston, all right with no
7 bananas. What else?
Rosella.
3 rosella.
Moringa,
basil,
durian,
and an abiu.
A few things to add.
Always.
Adding.
There's always a few things to add. Just doing a bit of greenhouse admin. Anyone who has a garden or fruit trees or a farm knows how many pots you accumulate, so we're just doing a bit of a stock take on what we have and better organising them. one of the not so fun chores. Alright, so this is the, I think it's 15 or 20,000 litre water tank, which is almost empty. I'm going to give some love to the veggie patch, and that's already open, and the garden and the greenhouse. There's the pump. It's my pretty high-tech all-weather protector. Oh, Sony. What do you got here, Jaggo?
These are a couple of plants that cocaine is made out of.
Coca?
Yeah.
So there's a little red seed, and we got this stock off a hobbyist. And yeah, apparently this is what you can chew the leaf and your mouth goes numb. It's illegal to process cocaine, obviously, but it is no worries to have this as an ornamental and intercrop with your fruit trees.
It's got beautiful shade and grows quickly, and we'll mulch it.
There you go, Pablo. We have now 2 cocaine plants in amongst the fruit trees. All right, so you know how Eva before was saying witchetty grub is pretty good tucker. She's keen for lunch. You gonna try it?
Yeah. Never had a raw one.
Talk us through it.
They're much better cooked, I would say. Very dirty. Probably could have washed it a bit more.
Cleaned it out.
Yeah, very earthy. Very earthy. Still good. Like if you're stuck for tucker, I'd fucking eat it.
Well done. Slimy dirt.
Slimy dirt. It's good. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
For those of you who haven't watched any other episodes, you can watch the full tour in another video, but for those who haven't seen before, this is basically what we're after. Now this row is probably 10 months old, and the main tree crop is these durians, and then I've intercropped with ginger, turmeric, chili, pawpaw down the end, and then half with banana. So it's very much an experiment, a trial. That's a cockatoo. But it's coming along quite well. Like you can see the turmeric here is absolutely thriving. The brachia grass is creeping through, but these bananas are well and truly established, some with bunches, and they're providing amazing shade and coverage for these durian. And also fruit, as you can see. So bananas and pawpaws would be considered cash crops because they're quite a fast turnaround, which makes them so great for intercropping. So this pawpaw, like I said, is probably only 10 months old. It was put in at like 6 to 8 inches high. And now we're gonna have fruit pretty soon.
Yeehaw.
Reaching for the sky.
Just the random basil.
Chrome colour, that's what you want to see.
Nice.
Reaching for the sky.
Good stuff.
Chookies! These 2 beautiful girls here have been sitting on, they've been sitting on eggs, haven't you girls? You're not far off, eh? Alright, cowboy. Hey Shagger, how are you, mate? And here's the autumn calves, 2 little girls. Well done, Mum. How are you, little one? Hey, you good? This little girl here, she's probably 3 weeks old now. This one here, maybe 2 weeks old. Hey, you're right. You're right. Easy on your feet. Easy. You're right, Mum. You're right.